A typo is the reason Mississippi is the first state to eliminate income tax. Let me explain. The Mississippi state legislature's bill regarding income tax recently passed the House. The state legislature performs duties for a state, the same way the U.S. Congress does on a national level. Mississippi is trying to change the way it taxes its people by getting rid of income tax. This has been a discussion brewing for a long time, with two sides: those who want to cut income tax immediately and those who think it should happen gradually. The House of the Legislature wants to eliminate income tax immediately, making it the first time in U.S. history that a state eliminates an existing income tax. The governor, Tate Reeves, is also on the side of the House. The House believes that this would bring business and economic prosperity to Mississippi. However, the Senate does not like this idea and would rather get rid of income tax incrementally over a long period of time. They think the elimination of the tax, especially so abruptly, may make it so the government has less money to put towards schools, healthcare, or infrastructure, for example. The week of March 18th, the House and Senate could not come to an agreement about the proposed tax plan. Both sides were proposing different bills and agreed on some things like raising gas taxes to fix roads, but they had a hard time agreeing over other aspects of the bill, going back and forth on how to incorporate changes to things like sales and income tax. Another anomaly: lawmakers didn't have time to review the bill properly before voting, something that doesn't usually occur. Incidentally, the Senate accidentally made some errors in their bill they handed back to the House. They wanted to install economic growth triggers in their bill. These triggers require that the income tax be reduced over time, but only if the state's revenue was growing enough to handle it. The growth requirement they put on these triggers say that the state's revenue, in order to cut tax, had to be at least 85%. However, there's a typo in the bill and it says 0.85% instead. This means the revenue growth only has to be a tiny amount to cut income tax. State House reporters in Mississippi questioned whether the House pushed this bill knowing of the typo to back the Senate into a corner. What's more, the governor, who has the power to veto these types of bills, is actually in favor of an immediate income tax despite the typo, saying, "Congratulations to Mississippi legislator on passing historic tax reform and eliminating income tax. What a great day for Mississippi taxpayers." As of Tuesday, March 25th, House Speaker Jason White acknowledged that House leaders knowingly passed the typo-ridden plan and that we are willing to talk about a reasonable trigger, but not a cumbersome trigger that nobody can ever hit. What do you think about the typo that eliminated income tax in Mississippi? Let us know in the comments.